Thank you. I'm kind of a weirdo in that I like to read audits. And there aren't a lot of folks that do what I do in this town that really like to read audits. And I come by that honestly because candidly, I came to the job of state auditor from the job of district attorney in Kansas City. And I had been, rock'em sock'em in the courtroom, putting bad guys in jail. And I had visions that when I got to the auditor's office, it was going to be all green eye shades and calculators. And instead, I encountered an amazing group of public servants that were out there making government accountable every day. And the work they were doing was not getting consumed like it should. And so those years informed my service here. And I have tried, and my staff, I think, does a great job of trying to use your organization and the audit work that is spread throughout this government to try to ask the tough questions and make the tough calls as it relates to the way we spend money. I've had a number of times on the floor that it has been awkward and uncomfortable when I have challenged members of my party. But we know in Washington there's three parties. There's the Democrats, there's the Republicans, and then there's the appropriators. And I have learned the hard way that the appropriators circle the wagons, and it makes no difference who is attacking that circle. They link arms and protect one another and their ability to sprinkle fairy dust in a back room and cut the hog up. It is the wrong way to spend public money. It's just that simple. I keep saying to my colleagues, somebody explain to me exactly how it works on the floor. Come to the floor and explain to me, how do you decide who gets what money? Who decides whether or not the ranking member gets a honeypot of an extra $100 million? Who decides which projects are the meritorious ones? And frankly, that has not occurred. And until it does, they cannot with a straight face say this has anything to do with what the Founding Fathers intended. The Founding Fathers never envisioned that the power of the purse meant a bunch of folks in the back room deciding who gets what. That's not what the power of the purse means. And by the way, Congress did a pretty good job with power of the purse without earmarks. I think, what was it, Jeff? The 80s was the first earmark. I think our country did pretty well with the separation and checks and balances of our branches of government without earmarks. And to hear it told over there, oh my gosh, if we didn't do earmarks, we'd be giving up the power of the purse. In Missouri, we would say that dog don't hunt. And so I have, and I will tell you, it's a little lonelier on my side of the aisle. There are only two of us that are Democrats in the United States Senate that don't participate. And at first, my staff, many of whom had been in Washington for a while, were horrified, Steve. They were horrified that I would not participate. I mean, people were breaking out in a sweat. I thought everybody was coming to see me after I got elected because all of a sudden I was popular. No, they were coming because it was time to line up for the earmarks. Now my staff has so much more time to deal with issues that are really important because we're not sitting around picking winners and losers in Missouri. What we're doing is trying to do the work of the United States Senate without participating in a very flawed process. I am so honored by this award. Really, I really am. It is a big deal to me. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart on behalf of the great people of Missouri I work for. This is really a high point for me in terms of my time here in Washington. And it means a lot to me because your organization is so highly respected for the great work you do. Thank you very, very much.